live in the water only, but they are do not inhabitant in the sea water. Okay, they cannot able to live in the sea water. Okay, and if you see the larva stage of amphibians will be in the must, it should be in the water. Okay, after once the growth started, that is once metamorphosis are taken place, then only it can come out of the what is that? The water bodies. Okay, and the water bodies, if you see in the body, if you see, it is divided into head and trunk region. The body is divided into two, that is a head and trunk region. Okay, the tail may be present in some later. Once the metamorphosis started, later it will be disintegrate. The tails will be disintegrated in the amphibians. So the amphibians are have a body designs like what is that? Head and trunk. 1 second. The amphibians are body. It's like a head and trunk. It has. Okay. Once the amphibians start to grow, the amphibians that what happened, the tail region will be disintegrate once it reach the metamorphosis, that is when it is reached the adult. Okay, and if you see most of the amphibians they lost the tail, but the tail is persistent throughout the life one of the organism that is called as the amphibians. This is also amphibians only, the salamanders. Okay, salamanders, if you see, they have a throughout the life they have a what is that, the tail region will be present. So the salamanders, so these organisms, this is the salamanders. This also comes under the what is that, amphibians only. If you see this organism throughout the life, they have a tail. Okay, so this is what about the characteristic of habitat and habit of the what is that, a body division of the amphibians. Okay, and the next thing, if you see the limbs, okay, they have a limbs. Okay, two pairs of okay pentadactylus. The limbs are called as the amphibians limbs. So they have a two pairs. So the first, the front pair and also back. If you see the two pairs of, they have a pairs of the limbs are present. These limbs named as pentadactylus. These limbs are called as pentadactylus. Okay, so this is present in the what is that, in amphibians, most of this the vertebrates which will support themselves. Okay, to what is that, move on the land, to move the land, to move in the land. This pentadactylus limbs are supported. These limbs are two pairs. Most of the organism, if you see, so this also limbless amphibiana. This one. Okay, ichthyophis. Ichthyophis is a limbless amphibia, and otherwise, so salamanders it's amphibia with the tail, and remaining all rana and buffo, hyla. So these all are comes under the amphibians only. They have what is that, head region and body region. Tails are absent. They have a two pairs of the limbs and skin. See the skin of the amphibians. They are very smooth, moist, and naked. Okay, they are scaleless. If you see in fishes, they have a scales, but amphibians, if you see, they are scaleless. Okay, the scales are absent, and its skin will be very moist and naked. And digestive system, the alimentary canal, urinary, reproductive tracts, all these three things open into the common chamber. It's called as cloaca. CLOCA. Cloaca means both three alimentary canal, urinary bladder, and also reproductive tracts. So these three systems open into a common chamber. The common chamber is called as cloaca. 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 Three common chambers will open in the three chambers will open in the one of the common chamber. So this is called as what is that, cloaca. So this is what about the amphibians. So it is one of the character, common character. It's called, that is given. The alimentary canal, urinary, reproductive tracts open into the common chamber, which is called as cloaca, which is open into the exterior. Okay, and respiratory system. Okay, so amphibians, we know they have a respiratory organs like a skin. Okay, it can able to do the respiration through the skin. They can able to do the respiration through the lungs. Okay, if the amphibians, the exchange of respiratory gases by lungs na, which is called as a pulmonary respiratory system. And if it is do by the gills, and it is a branchial exchange of gases. And if it is takes place by skin, then it is called as cutaneous. Okay, cutaneous. Okay, so three ways of respirations are takes place in these amphibians. What are they? What are the three ways of exchange of gases takes place? Sidana, what are the three ways of exchange of gases takes place in amphibians?
Cutaneous
Sidana.
respiration.
Yeah.
Through
Cutaneous.
lungs, ma'am.
Uh,
Through gills.
through gills, through lungs, and through skin.
Skin,
Okay.
ma'am.
This with help of three takes place. Can you give me example of tailless amphibians? It is named as tailless. Oh, with the tail. With the tail. With the tail.
Ectopus.
With the tail. Actually, most of them they don't have a tail. Only one they throughout the life they have a tail. What is the named as? What is the named as?
Salamander.
Salamander. Okay, ma. So this is about what? The amphibians. And circulatory system, they are reptiles, no? They are three-chambered heart. They have two atria, one ventricle. Two atria, one ventricles are present. Okay, if the oxygenated and deoxygenated, if the bloods are mixed also, it can able to tolerate. Okay, so these organisms also comes under the what is that cold-blooded animals. Animals they don't have any body temperature. Okay, the temperature is they depend on the what is that external temperature, external environmental temperature. They are depending. They don't have what is that own temperature in their body. So this is also one of the character. And the kidney is the excretory organ. Okay, and ammonia, what they will excrete na? They can excrete the ammonia. Okay, so kidney is the excretory organ. The organism can excrete the ammonia. And reproduction and development, if you see, the fertilization when the external, most amphibians are oviparous and lay eggs in the water. So they lay the eggs later, tadpole stage formed. After the tadpole stage, adult stage, once it is reached, they can come out of the what is that? The water body. So development, if you see, they are indirect development. Okay, va? So mostly in the larva stage, in this amphibians, if you see, they are look like a fishes. Okay, they look like a fishes because they have a tail. They can swim in the water. Okay, after completion of the larval stage, okay, they are metamorphosis into what? Adult. Then the adults are morphologically different from the what is that? Tadpoles. Then they can come out of the water. The water. They can come out of the water with help of the lungs and skin. They can able to respire. So this is what about the amphibians. Okay, and the next one about the reptilia. Okay, so the reptilia, if you see the reptiles, the name reptilia means in Latin word, okay, reptum means creep, creep or crawl. Okay, so they are called as creeping or crawling mode of locomotion. Creeping or crawling mode of locomotion. And also, they also called as poikilothermic animals. Already I told they are, what is the poikilothermic animals I told? They are depend on the environmental temperature. So they are called as poikilothermic animals. And general habitat, if you see the reptiles, the general habitat of the reptiles, okay, if you see, they can able to habit and habitats, if you see, they are mostly terrestrial and they are creeping or burrowing, okay, under the some trees or some places. Okay, body division, body is distinguished into head region, neck, trunk and tail. They have a four region. They have a head, neck, trunk and tail, like four regions are present. The limb, the same two pair of limbs are present. Okay, so two pair of limbs are present, but limbs are absent in the snakes. So So if you see snake and lizard, lizards are comes under the what is that? So examples we have what is that? Turtle, tortoise, tree lizard, garden lizard, crocodile, alligator, okay, wall lizard, okay, cobra, king cobra, naja naja, that is a snake, and kite, viper. So these all comes under the what is that? Reptiles only. Okay, so snakes, lizards. So these all are comes under the what is that? Reptiles only. So they are live in the terrestrial. So if you see the body of this all the organism, crocodile and all, they have a head region, neck region, trunk region, and tail region. Okay, and they have a pair of limbs. Limbs are present, but the limbs are absent in the snake and lizard. Make a note of it. In the reptiles, which organism a loss of limbs, na, that is snakes and the lizard. And if you see the skin, okay, the skin is dry. So these organisms, the skin will be very dry. Okay, and the epidermal scales or shields are present. And some lizard, if you see the chameleons, okay, to change their color. So they are called as camouflage. They are called as camouflage because based on the locations, they can able to what? Change their color. So chameleons also one of the example. Crocodiles, snakes also example of what is that? Reptiles. Okay, so the skin is very dry. Okay, the skin is very dry and the scales are absent, but limbs are present in the snake and some lizards. Okay, lizards and some snakes and all. What happened? The scales are present. Okay, and the camouflage, one of the nature of the what? Chameleon. So that chameleons also, which is belongs to the reptiles only. Okay, so what is a reptiles? Reptile means Latin word. What is the reptile means Latin word? Creeping. Okay, reptiles means in Latin word a creeping or crawling mode of animal or a locomotion. Habits and habitat, they are mostly terrestrial. They can able to creep, okay, or burrow under the what is that soil or trees or something. The body is divided into head region, neck region, trunk region, and tail region. So the limbs, if you see pentadactylus, pentadactylus means they have a two pairs of pentadactylus. Okay, and they can able to some limbs, some animals are limbs are absent. Example, snakes and some lizards. The skin, if you see, they are very dry. Skins are very dry. The epidermal scales, okay, are confined. Okay, in some of the animals. Some lizards, such as chameleons, change their color. So, based on the places, so they are called as camouflage. And respiratory system, okay, pulmonary respiratory system. Okay, so pulmonary respiratory, they have a lungs. And circulatory system, if you see, they have a three-chambered heart. Okay, they are incompletely divided. They have a two auricle and one ventricle. Okay, and completely heart is in, for example, if you see a crocodiles, actually the crocodile is comes under the reptiles only, but they have a incomplete, completely four chamber heart is present in the crocodile. But other reptiles and all incomplete four chamber heart. Okay, and next one excretory system. They are excrete through the what is that kidney. They are excrete. The substance is called as uric acid. And what is cloaca? So we know that in a previous topic we have discussed the pulmonary, what is that? Alimentary canal, urinary, reproductive tract, all these things open into the common chamber is called as cloaca, I told, right? The same way here in this excretory in here also digestive system, excretory system, and reproductive systems open into cloaca in the common passage. So that is called as cloaca. And sense organs. Okay, so they are present. Auditory. Okay, they can able to hear the what is that, what is that takes place, what is happening in the outside environment. They can able to hear. Okay, ears openings are absent in the snakes. Okay, and they have a tympanic membrane. Okay, the tympanic membrane, make a note of it. The sense organ, if you discuss, they have a tympanic membranes are present in the boundary of the cavity. Okay, so with help of that, they can able to feel the sense. And reproduction, it is a fertilization, everything is internal. Okay, and mostly they are oviparous. They lay the egg. Oviparous. Viviparous, they give a birth. Oviparous, they lay the egg. ஓகேவா அண்ட் எக்ஸ் இஃப் யூ சி த எக்ஸ் ஆர் ஷெல்டு எக்ஸ் எல்லாமே வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும்னா நல்ல ஷெல் போட்டு கவர் ஆயிருக்கும் ஓகேவா அண்ட் தே ஹாவ் லார்ஜ் அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் யாக் இஃப் யூ சி த எக் they have a large amount of yolk also present in this organism. So four extra embryonic membranes appear during the development. Okay, in that yolk, one is amnion, then chorion, alanitis, and also yolk sac. So like a four membrane also present during the development of the yolk. So and development also it is a direct one. Okay, so this is what about the reptiles. So what is mean by reptiles nenadu? In the Latin word, what do you mean by reptiles? Chidana, what do you mean by reptiles? The Latin word, what do you mean by reptile? My question.
Creeping vertebrate, ma'am.
Creeping animal. Okay, body is how it is divided? Body, how it is divided? Head, trunk, neck, tail, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what about the skin? Whether they have a scales or not?
Epidermal scales.
Epidermal scales are present. What about the respiratory system? They are pulmonary. They have a pulmonary respiratory system. What about the circulatory system? Whether the circulatory system is made up of four chamber or three chamber?
Four chamber.
Four chamber.
Three chamber,
Every
three chamber.
incomplete three chamber, but only the crocodile they have a four chamber. Okay.
Crocodile is going to four chamber, ma'am.
Four chamber. Remaining all they have a incomplete three chamber heart because it's a cold blooded animal. And what do you mean by coleca? Here, what are
The respiratory tract, pulmonary tract, all are connected to a one opening, ma'am.
one open? Okay, excretory, reproductive, and digestive. These three opens in the one common open. Okay, so this is called as coleca. And next, reproduction. If you see the fertilization, வந்து என்னது internal. So the reptiles are oviparous. The reptiles are oviparous. They can lay the egg. So the egg contain more amount of what is that? Yolk, right?
Yolk, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, the yolk is made up of four layers. What are the four layers? During the development, they have a four extra embryonic membranes are appear during the development. Okay, what are they? One is amnion, second one is what is that? Chorion, and the third one is allantos, and fourth one is yolk. What are they? Amnion, 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 chorion. Okay, chorion and allantos, allantois, allantos, and the yolk sac, yolk sacs. Okay, yolk sacs, like four membranes are present. If you see the organism development is a direct development will be takes place. Okay, so examples, as I told, what are they? We have a chameleon, tortoise, okay, and garden lizard, crocodiles, alligator, okay, and poisonous snake, cobra, snake, okay, poisonous snake and cobra. Okay, these all are comes under the what is that? Comes under the reptiles. Okay, so the next one is about the apes. So you know what you mean by apes? Which animals are comes under the aves? Most of the birds.
Bats.
Ah, okay, so they comes under the what is that? Aves. So birds actually they are feathered, right? They are bipedal vertebrates. The feathers are so present. They can able to power. They have a power of what is that? Flight. They have a power of flight. They can able to flight. Okay, so the both they can able to flight. Both the characteristics are present. And next one, they are warm-blooded animals. They need to homeothermos. Beginning we have discussed poikilothermos. Poikilothermos means cold-blooded. But here now we are going to discuss about the what is that? Homeothermos. Homeo. Homeothermos. Homeothermos. So homeothermos means okay, they have a body particular temperature, or we can say as it is a warm-blooded animals. They maintain the constant temperature. They maintain the constant temperature. Okay, so they have a feathers, they are present, and also they can able to what is that? Fly. Except flightless birds, na ostrich. So it is a comes under birds, but they cannot able to what is that? Fly. So that is ostrich is an example. And also they possess the what? Beak. Okay, and the study of birds are called as ornithology. Okay, the last chapter of this topic, I think this, and next we have a mammals. Okay, so they can able to what is that? Fly. And ornithology. Ornithology means a study of birds. Okay, study of birds are called as ornithology, branch of biology. Okay, and the doctor, we know Salim Abdul Ali, the year 1896 to 1987 in Indian ornithologist popularly known as a birdman of India. Okay, Salim Abdul Ali. Okay, so this is what about what? The bird's a general characteristic, general nature, and a general characteristic. If you go with that, the body division, I told already it is a homeothermic, and the body, if you see, they have a head, long neck, and the trunk and short tail also they have. And the flight require high surface weight ratio. If the birds need to be flying, they have a need. What is that? High surface weight ratio must should be. Therefore, birds in general they are smaller than the mammals. They should need a require high surface weight. Okay, so that if you compare to the mammals, it has what is that? You compare the smaller than the mammals. And limb, if you see, they are bipedal. They have a four limbs are modified into wings. Okay, hind limbs bear the whole weight of the animal and are modified for walking. The swimming or clasping, the trees, branches, everything it takes place with help of the what is that? Hind limb. Okay, so bipedal. Bipedal na the limbs, about based on the limbs, the aves are called as bipedal. They have a both the limbs. One is a forelimb and another one is what is that? Hind limb. The four limbs are modified into wings. Forelimbs என்னவா இருக்கும்? Modified into wing wings. And the hind limbs வந்து the hind limbs only they can able to bear the whole weight of the animal. And also the hind limbs are modified for walking, swimming, okay, and for tree branches and all, perching and all is there. No, the clasping and all, it is help of the what is that? The hind limb. Okay, and skin is dry, and they do not have any gland in the skin. So skin is very dry without any gland, except the oil gland at the base of the tail is present. At base of the tail, they have what is that? Oil gland. Okay, otherwise the skin is without any gland, and the skin is very dry, and they have a exoskeleton. Okay, exoskeleton, if you see, they consist of epidermal feathers, scales, and legs. Okay, claws and toes. Okay, horny covering on the beaks are present. Exoskeleton வந்து epidermal feathers. What are the exoskeletons? They have a long bones. Okay, hollow with the air cavities, pneumatic. Okay, and epidermal feathers, scales on the leg, claws on toes, horny covering on the beak. So இதெல்லாமே வந்து என்னது comes under the exoskeleton of this birds. And endoskeleton is fully ossified. Long bones are present. It is pneumatic. So the meaning of pneumatic, they have hollow bones. The long bones are hollow with air cavities. So they are called as what is that? Pneumatic. Okay, endoskeleton, they are pneumatic. And digestive system, teeth are absent. Okay, teeth are absent in extant birds. Birds have no teeth. They can, with the help of a beak, beaks are present. With the help of the beaks only, they can able to, what is that, feed in many ways. And esophagus is dilated into the crop. Okay, they can saw crop, can able to store the, what is that, food. The stomach is divided into, what is that, anterior glandula, so proventriculus, and the posterior muscular gizzard, like a, the stomach is divided. Okay, so this is what a general character. One more time we will go with the beginning, and again I will come with the other parts. So first one, another, it is a birds are, the study of birds are called as ornithology. What is that? A study of birds are called as, what is that? What is
Articology. Archaeology.
ornithology? Who is the birdman of India?
Salim Ali.
Salim Ali. Okay, va? Salim Abdul Ali. Okay. And the birds, it's called as homeothermic animals. Why the birds are called as homeothermic animals? 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 Idana answer. A, we can call it as homeothermic, poikilothermic. What is the difference? Homeothermic and poikilothermic now. Homeothermic means they are warm-blooded animals. Poikilothermic means they are cold-blooded animals. Make a note of it. Homeothermic means warm-blooded animal. Poikilothermic means cold-blooded animals. So birds, how the body is divided. In birds, how the body is divided. What are the parts are present in the birds?
Head, neck, ma'am.
Hmm.
Head,
Head,
neck, body.
that is body, tail region. Okay. So what is that streamlined? The body is like a streamlined. What do you mean by streamlined? The body is streamlined. What is streamlined?
Divide into head, thorax, and lungs, ma'am.
Region is divided, and also they have a streamlined. Body is like a boat shaped. அப்படிதானே இருக்கு. In birds, if you see, they are boat shaped, and also they have streamlined body. They have, what is that? A streamlined body, boat shaped body, and streamlined. Okay, and also their body need, what is that? The surface weight should be less. Then only they can able to, what is that? Fly. And if you see, compared to the mammals, okay, they are, what is that? Smaller than the, what is that? Mammals. And limbs are bipedal. What are they? Bipedal means what are the limbs are present? What about the limbs? Limbs are
Hind limbs,
bipedal.
ma'am.
Huh? Hind limb.
Hind limbs.
One more limbs. Hind limbs, forelimbs, both also present, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Both also present, both also modified, right? Bipedal meaning என்னன்னா, both the limbs are present. Okay, hind limbs, forelimb, like a, both the limbs are present. Okay, both limbs are what is that? Modified. Okay, forelimbs are modified into wings.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
forelimbs are modified into wings. Make a note. Hind limbs வந்து என்ன பண்ணிருக்கு? It will modified for walking. And also hind limb only, it can bear the what is that? Whole weight of the animal. Hind limbs can bear the whole the weight of the animal can able to bear na, that is hind limbs only. Okay, with help of this hind limb only, the walking, swimming, okay, or clasping the tree branches. Okay, இது எல்லாமே possible. That is with help of the hind limbs only. And skin, if you see, it will be very dry. No oil glands are present. Birds la skin la gland கிடையாது. But the oil gland is present in the base of the what is that? Okay, in birds, if you see, okay, in base region, they have what is that? Oil gland. Except oil gland is present. Base of the tail பக்கத்துல oil gland is present. Okay, and exoskeleton, endoskeleton both also present. So exoskeleton na the outer layer. Outer, what are the birds are covered with அப்படின்னா, they are covered with what is that? Feathers, scales on leg, claws on toes, horny coverings on the beak. இது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னது? Exoskeleton. What are the exoskeleton in the birds? Epidermal, feathers, scales on legs, scales on the legs, and claws on toes. In toes, the claws and toes, and horny covering on the beak. So these all comes under the what is that? The exoskeletons. Okay, exoskeletons. Endoskeleton, if you see, there what is that? Long bones are present. They are called as pneumatic. Pneumatic means nothing but the hollow bones are filled with the air. Okay, the hollow bones are filled with the what is that? Air cavities. Okay, and digestive system of the birds, if you see the digestive systems, the teeth are absent. So how they can feed the food அப்படின்னா, with help of the beak. With help of the beak, they can able to feed the food. Okay, and the food will be stored in the digestive system. If you see, they have a chambers, additional chambers they have. Okay, one is crop and another one is gizzard. What are the chambers present in the birds? What are they? One is, what are
Crop,
the chambers of crop, and another one is the
gizzard.
gizzard. What is crop will be stored na? Store the
Food, ma'am.
softened food. Soft ஆன food எல்லாம் ஸ்டோர் பண்ண வைக்கிறது என்னது? Crop. Okay, and the crop, and also the stomach is divided into what is that? Anterior glandular, proventriculus, and posterior muscular gizzard. This gizzard I told no, which is help for crushing, crooning of the what is that? Food. Okay, so food store பண்றது crop, and the gizzard which is helpful to crushing
Crop,
the
ma'am.
food. Crop வந்து helpful for the soften the food, store and soften the food. Okay, and gizzards are helpful for the crushing and
Crushing the food.
crooning the what is that? Food. Okay, ma? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Digestive system, yeah, it is made up of how many parts? Two parts, main parts are
parts.
present. ஒன்னு வந்து என்னது? Two chamber, additional
Crop,
along with the ஒன்னு வந்து crop, இன்னொன்னு வந்து என்னது?
gizzard.
Gizzard. Crop என்ன பண்ணும்?
Soften the food.
Soften the food. Okay, and gizzard,
To crush the food.
crushing and pruning the food.
Pruning food.
Yeah, okay, so this is what about the what is the digestive system. And endoskeleton na, the body inside the birds, they have a skeleton bones which is made up of filled with the air cavities. Exoskeleton na, they have a 4 exoskeletons. Feathers exoskeleton, scales on the leg, claws on toes, horny covering on the beak. இதெல்லாமே வந்து என்னது? Exoskeletons. Okay va? And so the next one வந்து என்னது? About the respiratory system. So the respiration will occur through the what is that? Lungs. So they have what is that? Lungs, and they are without alveoli. The lungs are spongy, Okay, but alveoli is absent. So 9 air sacs are connected to the lungs to supply the what is that ventilation. Air sacs are present. Okay, va? So they are constantly they supply the what is that fresh air during the inhalation and exhalation. Okay, so 9 air sacs are present, occur through the lungs. The air sacs are connected to the lungs, supplement of what is that? Respiration கொடுத்திருக்கு. So, respiratory system, lungs are spongy. Okay, spongy இருக்கும், but alveoli is absent. Instead of that, we have a 9 air sacs. How many air sacs? 9 air sacs are present. With help of that, the lungs are connected for what is that? Supplement the ventilation. Okay, so the birds can able to receive the constant supply of what? A fresh air during the both inhalation and also as well as the exhalation. So the double ventilation takes place. Okay, and so the sound producing organ. So if you see the birds, they can able to produce the sound, right? So the sound producing organ is called as shrink. Syrix. Shrink, which is present at the junction of trachea and bronchi. So we have larynx, right? Okay, larynx we have no like that. They have a shrink. Make a note of the spelling. Syrinx. Syrinx, which is present the junction between the trachea and bronchi. So the larynx is without vocal cord. They have a larynx, but they don't have vocal cord. For sound producing nature, they lost it. Okay, so this is what about the about the birds, the sound. Okay, and next one about the uh, circulatory system. Okay, so circulatory system, it is as like human, almost like a human nature. Heart 4 chamber with 2 atria, 2 ventricles. Double circulation is takes place. So what is a double circulation? Blood will pass twice through the heart. Okay, and they have a like a birds, mammals, every organism have what is that 4 chambered heart. Okay, there is a oxygenated blood will be passed, and also another chamber for what is the deoxygenated to pass. Okay, and this is what about the circulatory system. And the last, okay, nothing. It is a excretory system. They have a kidney. Okay, kidney, but urinary bladder is absent. Except in ostrich, the aves are what is that? Uricotelic animals. They have produced the uric acid. The birds urine consist of concentration of what is that? More amount of urea. So they are called as what is that? They are called as uricotelic animals. And reproductive system, copulatory organs are absent except in the flightless birds, ducks, geese, swans. So female right ovary and right oviduct is present, and development fertilization is internal. All birds, if you see, sexes are separate here. Fertilization is internal. They are oviparous. They lay the egg, and the development is what is that? Direct. The development is direct. Okay, so this is what about the what is that? Reproduction. Okay, and the examples, some of the organisms are, okay, crow, pigeon, parrot, ostrich, peacock, penguin, vulture. So idellame comes under the what is that? Apes. Okay, crow, corvus, scientific name, pigeon, columba, parrot, psittacula, ostrich, okay, struthio, peacock, pavo, and penguin, appendix, neophron, vulture. So these are the what is that? Some of the example of birds. Okay, so any doubt? We'll move to the next topic about the mammals. We'll finish this topic. Any doubt about the aves? Shall I ask few questions? Shall I ask some questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you try to answer? Yes. Can you tell me what about the circulatory system of birds? Can you explain the circulatory about the birds?
Three cham, four, three chamber, ma'am. Four chamber, ma'am.
Hey, reptile four chamber. Birds like mammals, no, like us only, no. How many
Four
chambers?
chamber, ma'am.
Four chamber. What circulation is takes place? The circulation. Single circulation or double circulation? Amma, birds.
Single circulation, ma'am.
Hey, single circulation or double circulation?
Double circulation, ma'am.
Double circulation. What do
Like
you mean
us
by
only,
double
ma'am.
circulation? Ah,
Like us
like
only, ma'am.
correct. Okay, double circulation என்னது? What do you mean by double circulation? What do you mean by double circulation? What do you mean by double circulation? Circulatory system is double circulation. You told that's correct. What is a double circulation? Make a note. Pass of blood. Blood passes twice through the heart in each complete circuit. Okay. The passage of blood through the heart twice. Okay. Oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood வந்து circulate ஆகுதுல்ல, இதுக்கு பேரு தான் double circulation. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Double circulation. Single circulation na the flow of blood inside the heart once. Double circulation na the flow of blood inside the heart twice. அந்த twice என்னன்னா ஆக்சிஜனேட்டடும் இன்ஆக்சிஜனேட்டடும் சர்க்குலேட் ஆகுறதுக்கு பேரு தான் என்னது டபுள் சர்க்குலேஷன். நம்ம 10th படிச்சிருப்போம். ஓகேவா? பல்மனரி சர்க்குலேஷன், சிஸ்டமிக் சர்க்குலேஷன் படிச்சிருக்கோமா?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. The flow of blood inside the heart twice is called as what is that? Double circulation. சரியா? இதுதான் வந்து பேர்ட்ஸ்ல வந்து சர்க்குலேஷன் நடக்கிறது. சரியா? அண்ட் இங்க ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டம் வந்து பார்த்தோம்னா கப்புலேட்டரி ஆர்கன் வந்து என்னது ஆப்சென்ட். ஓகே, எக்ஸப்ட் இன் ஃபிளைட்லெஸ் பேர்ட்ஸ்ல. டக்ஸ், கீஸ், ஸ்வான்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்குல்ல, இதுல வந்து என்னது கப்புலேட்டரி ஆர்கன் வந்து ஆப்சென்ட். ஓகே, அண்ட் த பேர்ட்ஸ் வந்து இந்த ரீப்ரொடக்ஷன் பார்க்கும்போது செக்ஸஸ் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும்னா செப்பரேட்டா இருக்கும். ஃபர்டிலைசேஷன் வந்து இன்டர்னலா நடக்கும். தே ஆர் ஓவிபேரஸ் அண்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட் வந்து டைரக்டா இருக்கும். ஓகே, அண்ட் ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் பார்த்தோம்னா த்ரூ த லங்ஸ் மூலமா தான் நடக்கும். ஆனா ஆல்வியோலை ஆப்சென்ட். நம்ம பாடியில வந்து ரெஸ்பிரேட்டரி லங்ஸ், அதே மாதிரி ஏவ்ஸ்லயும் ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் வந்து என்னது லங்ஸ்ல தான் நடக்கும். ஆனா நமக்கு வந்து ஆல்வியோலை இருக்கு. with help of millions of alveoli is present in our body through which the oxygenated deoxygenated blood வந்து என்ன ஆகுது inhalation exhalation ஆகுது gases. ஆனா ஏவ்ஸ்ல வந்து என்னது இது ஆல்வியோலை வந்து ஆப்சென்ட். அது தாண்டி அதுக்கு பதிலா we have a 9 air sacs. பேர்ட்ஸ்ல என்னது 9 air sacs are present. 9 air sacs are present. அந்த ஏர் சாக்ஸ் மூலமா தான் என்னது வென்டிலேஷன், ஓகே, இன்ஹேலேஷன் அண்ட் எக்ஸேலேஷன் வந்து நடக்குது வித் ஹெல்ப் ஆஃப் வாட் இஸ் தட் ஏர் சாக்ஸ் ஒன்லி. புரிஞ்சுதா? ரெஸ்பிரேட்டரி அபவுட் புரிஞ்சுதாமா அபவுட் ரெஸ்பிரேஷன்?
எஸ் மேம்.
அதே மாதிரி சர்க்குலேட்டரி நம்ம பாடியில இருக்கிற மாதிரி தான் ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் வந்து நமக்கு ஆல்வியோல இருக்கு. இதுல வந்து என்னது ஆல்வியோல இல்ல. ஆல்வியோலைக்கு பதிலா தே ஹேவ் வாட் இஸ் தட் 9 ஏர் சாக்ஸ். ஓகேவா? அண்ட் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டம் வந்து அது சேம். தி செக்ஸஸ் ஆர் செப்பரேட். ஓகே, இட் இஸ் அ ஓவிபேரஸ், லே எக்ஸ் ஒன்லி. ஓகேவா? அண்ட் இது ஒன்று. அண்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் வந்து என்னது நிறைய பேர்ட்ஸ், பீஜியன், இது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னது பீகாக்கு, பென்குயின்னு அண்ட் வல்ச்சரு, ஃபிளைட்லெஸ் பேர்ட்ஸ் என்னென்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள்னா ஆஸ்ட்ரிச், கிவி,
ஆஸ்ட்ரிச், பென்குயின்,
கிவி,
கொலம்பா.
நோ, பென்குயின் ஆக்சுவலி penguin வந்து it is comes under flying birds only. ஓகே, ஃப்ளையிங் பேர்ட்ஸ்ல வந்து க்ரோ, பீஜியன், பேரட், ஆஸ்ட்ரிச், பாவோ அண்ட் பீகாக், பென்குயின், வல்ச்சர், இது எல்லாமே வந்து ஃப்ளையிங் பேர்ட்ஸ். ஃப்ளைட்லெஸ் பேர்ட்ஸ்ல வந்து
Ma'am,
we have what is that?
penguin will
Yes,
fly.
yeah.
Not penguin will not fly, ma'am.
Not flying, huh? Actually, it is
Yes, ma'am.
in
It
the
has
neat
more
material. It
body
was
mass, ma'am. That's why not flying.
not flying, but it was in the neat material. It was given in the penguin is under in the flying birds only.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay,
so
ma'am.
okay, when we discuss, okay, I will check it in the next class and I will tell you. Okay, so cannot fly. We know that it is a body mass. Okay, so we know that is they are birds. Their wings have evolved into the flippers. They are adapted for swimming. Yes, yeah, okay, diving underwater, not for flying through the air. Yeah, they have adapted for swimming in the underwater only, but not flying through it. So there is a mistakes in the book. Okay, so penguin வந்து என்னது? It is comes under the flyless. In that flylessல வந்து we have ostrich, kiwi, right? And emu. Emu also no. Emu also one of the birds comes under, right? Okay. So these and all comes under the what is that? Flyless birds. Okay, va? Amma okay, va?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So and also they have an important character exoskeleton, endoskeleton. This also it is important one. Exoskeletonல வந்து feathers, scales, claws, horning coverings இது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னது
Big.
exoskeleton. Endoskeletonல வந்து bones, hollow bones இருக்கு with air cavity. சரியா? And next வந்து என்னது limb வந்து என்னது bipedal, four limbs, hind limbs. Four limbs are modified for wings. Hind limbs are bear the whole weight of the animal. They are modified for walking and swimming, everything. Okay, va? So these all are comes under the what about this. And mammals, about mammalia, about us. So we all know about it, right? So habitat, where we will live. You itself can give me the information about mammalia. So why the name we got as a mammalia?
Giving birth to one young ones, ma'am.
No. Then it is called as most of the some of the other than the mammals, some other animals also give birth. No. Why the name we got as a mammalia? The humans are comes under the mammalia, especially.
Maybe for milk, ma'am.
Very good. Okay.
Maybe for
Ah,
milk.
Yes, the correct one. Animals in which the young are nourished with milk from mammary gland of the mother. Okay, va? Why the mammals are called as mammalia means the young ones. Okay, the young ones are nourished with the milk. The young ones are nourished with the milk from the mammary gland. Okay, so from the mother. That is the reason we can call it as what is that? Mammalia. Okay, and this is the mammals are what is that? Now the dominant animals today, right? Yes, dominant animal in the world, na, that is mammals only. And they can able to live everywhere, polar region, desert, mountain, forest, grassland, dark caves. So everywhere the mammal can live, right? And also some are what is that? Adapted to fly, and some are live in the water also. And if you see the general character in our body, we have a hair, right? We have a mammary gland, we have a sweat gland, and we have a sebaceous gland, sebum. Okay, and we have these are the some of the unique character of mammals. What are they? Hairs in their body, mammary gland, sweat gland, sebaceous glands. So these are the what is that? Glands which is present in the mammals. So this is what about the unique character of the what? A mammals. Okay, and they are exhibit in the great morphological diversity. Okay, they are diverse, the diversified animals we can say everywhere they are exhibit. They are covered in everywhere in the diversity in the environment. And so here most advanced mammals வந்து நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னா primates. Make a note of it. Most advanced mammals are primates. Okay, humans are dominant in the world. Okay, so we can able to speak. right? Through our language. We know everybody have some certain languages. With the help of that, they can able to speak. And also we have what is that? Able to think. We have a logical thinking. We have like what is that? Homo means men. Sapiens means wise. Men wise. Okay, Homo sapiens. We are called as Homo sapiens. Yes, we are called as what is that? Homo sapiens. We have our own languages, and most advanced mammals are known as primates. Okay, primates are the most advanced one people, and general characters they are homeothermic. We know that we are warm-blooded animals. So some mammals are able to fly. I told right. Example வந்து என்னது bat. Bat is comes under the what is that? Mammals, but they can able to fly and live in water na whales. Some mammals can able to live in the water. The water living the வந்து என்னது? The whales. The whales are able to live in the water. This also comes under the mammals. And the limbs, if you see, they have a two pairs of limbs. Okay, adapter for what? Walking, running, climbing, burrowing, swimming, flying. For all the purpose, we have a limbs. We have a four limbs and a hind limbs. Skin, the epidermal gland skin include the sebaceous gland and sweat gland. We have a oil gland, and also what is that? Sweat gland is present. Okay, and next the sebaceous gland, if you see, the associate with our hair follicles, and the sweat gland is assist with our excretion and thermoregulation. Okay, so sebaceous glands on the oil secretion, sebum, okay, which lubricates the what is that? Hair and our skin. Okay, and most unique characteristic na memory gland. Okay, so they it for nourish the young ones. Okay, and the mammary glands are the modified sweat gland actually. Okay, na? And exoskeleton when the body is covered by hairs. Okay, it is act as a insulator also. And claws, nails, hooves are the accumulation of what is that? Keratin that protect tip of the digits. So outside our bodies. Okay, generally hairs. Okay, insulators. Hairs are present. The hairs will act as what is that? Insulators. Okay, and claws, nails, hooves, everything is present. And diaphragm. Okay, separate thorax and abdomen region. Our chest cavity and abdomen cavity is separated by the what is that? Diaphragm. Important role in the breathing. And the teeth. Okay, so the teeth is the dentation. If you see, we have a two types of dentation in our life period. Okay, can you tell me what are the two types of dentation we have in our lifetime? In our lifetime, so before 10, so we have a two sets of two types of teeth, right? What are they? Ma, what are they?
Milk
So we
teeth,
will get
ma'am.
what teeth? Primary teeth or milk teeth, we will get it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Premolar.
Later the primary teeth which is converted into what is that? Permanent teeth, right?
Molar.
Permanent teeth we will later converted, right? So this that permanent teeth is divided into four types. What are they?
Incisor, canines, premolars, molars.
Yes, the incisor, canine, premolar and molar. So first வந்து heterodent. Heterodent என்னது? Teeth are different types.
Different types.
Different types என்னது? Permanent teeth வந்து incisor, canines, premolars, molars சொல்லி different typesல இருக்கிறதுனால that is called heterodent. And diphycodent என்னன்னா during our lifetime we have a two sets of teeth are formed during our lifetime. Am I correct? First is primary teeth, later it is replaced by permanent teeth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So then it is called as a diphycodent. Diphycodent na primary teeth replaced by permanent teeth is called as Dificodent. Heterodent na, the permanent teeth is divided into four, then it is called as heterodent. Any doubt? And we have a jaws. We have a jaws. Okay, jaws on sockets of jaws are present. Okay, and so first set of teeth when they actually deciduous, right? Yes, they will fall it. Then it is replaced by what? A permanent teeth. So this is about the teeth. Diaphragm, we have what is that? Dome-shaped diaphragm to divide the thorax region and also what is thoracic region and also our abdomen region. Exoskeleton வந்து நம்ம பாடிக்கு வெளியில இருக்கிறது என்னென்ன? Hairs are present. Okay, it is act as what is that? Insulator. And also we have a nails, claws, hooves, everything is mammals are present. And we have a sweat gland, sebaceous gland. Okay, so sweat gland வந்து sweatக்கும் sebaceous gland oil secretionக்கும் இருக்கு. And respiratory system, we know that we have a lungs and here larynx is present. With help of larynx the sound will be produced in our body. Okay, circulatory system as what we have discussed for the birds, the same for us. Double circulation. Heart is 4 chamber, 2 atria, ventricles. Okay, and we have what is that? Heart. Our heart is what is that? Myogenic heart. Okay, we can able to what is that? We have a special muscles called as cardiac muscles. With help of the muscles, our body can able to with help of the muscle, our heart can inherent power of muscles. The inherent power of muscles, our heart can produce the lup and tup sound, right? That is due to our myogenic heart. Okay, and excretory system, if you see, we are comes under the ureotelic animals because in urine we have released what is that? More concentration of urea. And we have a excretory system. The kidney is made up of what is that? Millions of nephron. Okay, the lungs is made up of alveoli. No, the same way our excretory system is a structural functional unit of excretory system is what is that? A nephron. And here reabsorption takes place with help of the renal tubular part of kidney. Okay, and urinary bladder is present. But birds, if you discussed, it is absent, but our body is present. And sense organs, if you see, we have a earlobe, it's called as a pinna. And okay, we have a earlobe. Okay, middle earlobe. We have a middle ear as a 3 ossels. Okay, one is malleus, hammer, incus, anvil, and stapes. Okay, strap, like a inner ear is present. Okay, and eyes are provided with the movable eyelids with eyelashes. And the skin also, what is that? One of the sense organ. Yes. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
these are sensory organs we have. Okay, and the next one, reproduction. We know what is that? Male and female reproductive organs are separate. And they are what is that? Male reproductive system is a testis, which produce the gamete is called a sperm, which is placed inside the scrotum. And the female reproductive systems, if you see, the menstrual cycles will takes place. And viviparous, they can give the what is that? Give the birth to the young ones. Okay, so this is what about the reproductive system. And so if you see the uterus, the implantation of the embryo will be takes place in the uterus. Once the implantation is done, what happened? The nutritive tissue, a disc shaped nutritive tissue will be formed. What is the tissue named as? What is the tissue named as, which is present in our uterus? Placenta. What is that?
Placenta.
Placenta. Actually, the placenta is made up of, how in our small intestine is made up of number of villi, right? The same way, the placenta is made up of what is that? Villi. So the villi will surround the what is that? Embryo. The villi will surround the embryo, and the villi will provide the nutrient as well as gases, the oxygen supply, glucose supply, And also, if the embryo or a fetus release some waste, right? The waste will be collected with the help of this villi and it will pass to mother's blood. Through the mother's blood only, the waste will be generated out of the body. Okay, even the fetus, if it is grow inside our body also, what happen? It will release the waste. So the waste through the mother's blood, it will released out with help of the placenta. Got it? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is what about the important characteristic in the female uterus. Okay. And the female will produce what is that? The egg is the what is that? A female gamete. And the viviparous animals, oviparous animals, we know. Okay, viviparous வந்து என்னது? Oviparous lay egg, viviparous what is that? Give birth. ஸோ இதெல்லாமே வந்து என்னது? Panthera tigris, Panthera leo, horse, dolphinus, common dolphin, elephant, felis, canis, ratus, monkey, camel, okay, Pterophus, flying fox, okay, Macrophus, kangaroo, Ornithopithecus, Platypus, like oviparous animals. So these all are viviparous and oviparous animals. Okay, va? So this is what about the mammals. So oviparous, Ornithohylus, the platypus, viviparous வந்து Macrophus, kangaroo, Pterophus, flying fox, Camelus, camel, okay, Macaca, monkey, Ratus, rat, Canis, dog, Felis, cat, Elephas, elephant, Equus, horse, Delphinus, common dolphin, okay, Balanoptera, blue whale, Panthera tigris, Panthera leo, இது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னது? It comes under the mammalia. So mammaliaங்கிற name வந்து so mammary gland which produce the milk with the milk வந்து nourish the young ones. அதனால தான் the name got as what is that? The mammalia. Okay va? So this is what about the topic. Any doubt in this? So we have completed the animal kingdom. Okay. So the next class onwards, we will go with a new lesson, the morphology of the plants. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it? Is it clear?
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
My name is Subhasri, ma'am. I am a new student for your videos, ma'am, morning class.
Okay, okay, ma.
I have understood very well, ma'am.
Okay, okay, ma. If you any
Thank
doubt,
you,
if
ma'am.
you have, just come
No.
with your answers, questions, we will discuss, okay, in the next class.
Okay, ma'am.
You
Thank
see,
you, ma'am.
for preparing, I feel you are doing good. That when the conversation when we have, you are doing good. Okay, so
Okay.
if you constantly, if you try to prepare, you will score the good marks.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so
Okay.
better if you want, I will share some 1 marks based on
Okay,
this
ma'am.
lesson. Okay, so
Okay,
I
ma'am.
will share. You try to work out with the answers. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And in next class, you come with the doubts. So when the doubts raised, automatically the preparation will be improved.
Ma'am, shall we
Yeah.
next class onwards, first 30 minutes for revising the previous year question paper, ma'am.
Okay.
And then for 1 hour you teach, ma'am.
No, no. What I'm telling, instead of previous year, so what topic we are discussing, based on the topic, we can discuss the questions.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay,
First, we will go with that. See, we'll see how you are working with the topic first. We want to know the topic clarity also, right?
okay, ma'am.
So better we'll do that. What you has told, it's correct. Once the topic completed, we will discuss the answers.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. The next class onwards, I will also be ready with the questions. I have a lot of questions.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So if we discuss half an hour and 1 hour will classes will go.
Okay, ma'am.